Lean Startup Russia 2015.
Yeah, the book's really about if you're going to do customer conversations, if you're going to do interviews, then you should do them well. If you do them poorly, it's just a waste of your time. If you make little mistakes, you ask for someone's opinions about their idea, you get compliments, you get very biased feedback that isn't useful, and that doesn't actually help you build a better business or a better product. So the best way to ask questions at the very beginning is just to not talk about your idea. So if you're my customer, I wouldn't say, what do you think of my idea? I would say, hey, I'm helping with this problem. How do you deal with it already? What do you use to solve it? How much does it cost you? Are you happy with it? Have you looked for alternatives? And all I'm talking about is you. I haven't mentioned my own product at all, but I'm getting a lot of information about the way you think about it, about the way you buy. And then I have to leave, and I have to come up with my own idea. I now understand you, and I go, okay, I think this is right. And then I come back to you with a product. I say, hey, does this do it? Do you want to pay for it? Do you want to use it? You know, I ask for something. I would typically spend a week at the beginning just talking to people. It might be 10, it might be 20. It doesn't need to be hundreds. Once you start hearing the same thing over and over, you've talked to enough people. What I look to do is, for my entire company, even if it's years, every week I'll try to talk to one or two. I'm always talking to some. You don't just talk to them once and then stop forever. You do a chunk at the beginning, a week, not months. You got to actually build the business at some point. But you do a week, you get a decent understanding, and then you talk to people each week as you go on. And your product and your customer learning, you do both. You talk to some people, and that gives you an idea about the product. And once you have a little bit of the product, that lets you learn more from people. So the two move together in steps. Yeah, I've been an entrepreneur since 2007. I went through an investment program called Y Combinator out in San Francisco. And after about a year, we moved to London because we were building advertising technology. And the centers for advertising are in New York and London. Investors are great, but ultimately, for your company to succeed, you've got to be near your customers, not your investors. Ran that for about 4 years. Didn't work at all. Had great help, had some good customers, but total failure. So as we were picking ourselves out of that hole, we were thinking, what did we do wrong? And that's where I really started thinking. I was like, I talked to so many people. What happened? And I realized I'd been asking the wrong questions. Yeah. I think globally is hard, although some people seem to be able to do it. Even in London, we think, oh, it'll be easy to expand to France, to expand to Spain. But even next door, and they're all Western Europe, it's so difficult. Every country has its own challenges. So, I see companies and they'll win at their local market first. So they might win in Russia, then they'll choose the next best. So they'll Russia first, then either America or the UK or Brazil or China. And you choose one and you focus on it and you obsess over it and you win there. And then you go, okay, what's the next one? Doing everything at once, I think it's difficult.
Lean Startup Russia 2015.
Записано в студии Sound Service.